All right, we are going to get down to it today. What exactly does the carnivore lifestyle involve? If you're not familiar with the carnivore way of eating, I know you're thinking, what exactly do I eat on this diet? And yes, it includes all of the animal from nose to tail. That includes the organs, the fat, the cartilage, the skin. And yes, we're going to use those bones to make some delicious, yummy bone broth, just how they did it back in the day. And some are doing today. And if you've heard anything about the carnivore diet, you've probably heard the initials BBB and E. I know when I first saw that, I was like, what in the world? BBB and E. What does that stand for? And it stands for beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. And yes, I said bacon. So for those of you that love bacon, you can still have it. Just make sure it doesn't have any added sugar. You can find that at Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Sprouts, and I'm sure there's other markets out there that does sell bacon with no sugar. Just get to reading those labels. You do not want to get the ones that have that hidden added sugar. And if you can't find bacon without the sugar, you can always choose pork belly. Usually that doesn't have anything added into it, and you will have that extra healthy fat that we need. Now, when we look at it, and I said butter and I said eggs, so yes, it does include dairy for those that can tolerate it. But if you do have some sensitivities, you may see labels. There's A1, A2, and that's referring to the casein protein that some are sensitive to. So some people cannot tolerate A1, but they can tolerate A2. So again, look at those labels and see if that works for you. You can try it. Milk, yogurt, kefir. Again, make sure there's no added sugar. If you can buy it raw, that is the best. And also, there are cheeses. You can look at buffalo, goat, sheep, cheese, and milk, and also butter. I know I discovered some goat butter at my local butcher. Oh my gosh, it was so delicious. I could eat it. I put it in my coffee. It was delicious. I know I did see something also with Dr. Gundry that said Trader Joe's has buffalo butter. I've never tried that. I would love to try that too. So just look at your local Trader Joe's, see if you can find that, and maybe your butcher may have some of those options too. And if you cannot afford the grass fed butter or the pasture raised eggs, please get what you can afford. What your budget allows, get that. It's better than doing any processed food. Also, when it comes to eating the meat, and you want to go into all types of meat if you can handle it. Some people can't handle, they're more sensitive to chicken, or they may be a little bit more sensitive to some pork. But if you're not, or also if you're allergic to shellfish, stay away. But if you are able to eat a variety of meat, sometimes that can keep you committed. So you have the cow, the elk, the bison, the goat, the lamb. My husband loves lamb, chicken. Um, you want to do all of the wild caught. So if you're going to do seafood, please try your best to get wild caught seafood. When you have the shrimp, mussels, wild caught Alaskan salmon, and there's sardines or tuna. Also, the mussels and crab. That's what I was trying to think of, crab. But there's all different types of seafood. I know I'm missing some, but any kind of animal, and just make sure it agrees with your system. Then we do not want to forget the healthy animal fat. So again, that's going to be your grass-fed butter, tallow, ghee, Ghee, and some people that can't tolerate butter, they can tolerate the ghee. or you can also try to get some suet from your local butcher. And I just want to throw out there too, some people cannot handle the rendered fat. That's the liquid fat when it's all cooked up. So if you're not able to handle that, then I would suggest you to just eat it cold. So you can put some butter on top of your meat after it's cooked and cooled down, or you can eat some butter straight out the fridge. I've seen it, a lot of people doing that, and I have done it myself even at work. So if you want to eat the butter to get some of your fat, you can eat it, like I said, straight out the fridge, or some even put it in the freezer, whatever works for you. Just get that healthy fat in your diet. So I usually try to do like 70-30, but your system will definitely tell you that ratio. So I'm saying 70% protein, 30% fat. But everybody's body is so unique, so different. So listening to some of the doctors, if you have a problem with diarrhea, you may be having too much fat. If you're having a problem with constipation, you may not have enough fat in your diet. So we just got to try to tweak it, listen to your body. And guess what? The beauty of all of this, remember we said about keeping it simple, and that's exactly what we're doing. So when I've listened to all the doctors out there, it states to eat until you're satisfied. So your body will tell you when once you've had enough. And it's not like you're out there eating some processed junk food with sugar in it. You're eating meat and fat. So just eat until you're full. If you already are having a fasting and in an eating window, if you want to stick to that, that's good. I usually stick to mine. Every now and then, though, my body wants it at a different time, and I just listen to my body and I eat it when I need it. So just try to do that. And again, with some of the dairy, it can um, cause autoimmune or skin issues if I haven't mentioned that. So just beware if you're very sensitive and you get eczema or acne or a rash or a blotch. I did get that after having something, I think it was like a yogurt, even though it was A2. I noticed right after I ate it, I had a blotch on my skin. So it was that reaction right away, which most stuff I don't get right away. So I knew right then and there, I just threw it in the trash. So we just have to be careful. We must listen to our body. Listen to what it's telling you. Most of the time when you're craving certain things, your body's craving it because it's lacking nutrients. So that's what we're trying to get, all those nutrients from the meat. And just to note, um, with B12, you only get that from eating meat. So if you're not eating meat, you have to supplement. B12 and B vitamins are so very essential in your diet. And if you're out there and you still want to do like a keto, kind of just adding some more meat and fat into your diet, that's okay too. You just want to do it healthy. Some of them are calling it like ketovore, and that can be good for you too. You just have to know what to eat. And if you can find some of those um, fruits or vegetables that have less of the toxic lectins in it, I would do that. I mean, some do add avocado for a healthy fat. um, it was mentioned, oh, there is controversy also over honey. So some feel that you can have it, and some feel that no way, it's not carnivore, but it does come from a bee. So if you feel that that's something for you and makes you feel good and it's not doing anything to you, then you may want to have it. You may not. It's totally up to you and what's going to make you stick to something and what's going to get you to the health that you're trying to get to. Also, if you are looking into something more of a ketovore or keto diet, I would suggest that you tune into my next video, because there's some important information that you need on lectins and how to find some of the ones that are less toxic to you. Those the plant-based foods and fruits that are out there. So some really good information on that. So I advise you to please tune in. And if you can, I don't think you can see my shirt right now, but it says perfect timing. I'm not sure if this is your perfect timing to start something new, but if it is, go ahead and do that. And if you're just a little skeptical, do what you can. Like I said, it's better as long as you're taking out all those processed foods at least and the sugar. We want to try to get that out of our diet. So if you want to go slow, take it slow. But please, I encourage you to join me on this journey. Continue watching and learning, and also look forward to the different challenges we're going to have and different various people that I'm going to watch them as they go on this journey with us. So if you haven't already, I'm just asking you, please subscribe to the channel and share and like. Thank you for joining me this evening. I truly appreciate it, and I hope to see you on the next video.